Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Live back at it, man. 2020. It's time for us to go forward. Heavy. We either pray or we either become prey. The decision gonna be ours. That's the topic today. We either pray or we become prey. Intro, man. My man John Doe, man, from the A, man, go crazy. If I was a betting man, I put my money up on him. It's one of my ox, man. Fam Goon, man. Mean Music, man. You know, I'm proud of these guys, man. I miss them so much, man. May Allah have mercy upon them all, man. Bring the young boy Rollo home and the rest of the ox. Man, miss you boys, man. May Allah have mercy. Yeah. My brother, what's up, brother? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What's up, I need you, boy. What I'm doing. Crazy. Bismillah. Rahim. Bahala wala quwwata illa billah. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Yeah, so you know, the topic of discussion is we either pray or we become prey. And I chose this topic based upon the times that we in, because the times is getting crucial. Every day is a step closer to death, knowingly or unknowingly. This is our journey. So what we do and who we do it with, all of this matters. Like how we lining up, what our team look like, who on our team, man, how we playing, how we maneuvering, all of this matters. The focal point of where we're trying to go, man, is first defeat the jihad of nafs, the opponent of self. Our first opponent, man, the jihad of nafs. Mankind identifying his error in order to correct his error, to become the better him, without him worrying about the judgment of mankind. Because mankind gonna automatic, this just a natural inclination. They gonna be judgmental, but you can't stop your thing, whatever your thing is, man. You got to go all the way without worrying about who understand what your purpose is. If you know your purpose, man, go get what you gotta go get. Go after what you gotta go after. Do it how you know you gotta do it. If you know you're being guided, if you don't know if you're being guided or not, then check in and figure it out. Because you don't want to be making moves based upon feelings and what's good at the moment. We got to talk about what's good for the long haul, not just this life, but next life. You know what I mean? And the topic's got to be a little bit more extensive because we're talking about preparing for this life and the next life. But man got to be willing to accept that he died. And he got to prepare for something. He got to put something you got to put something in the bank, dog. This is what mankind got to do. We got to put something in the bank. If we expecting something to get out, we got to put something in the bank. We got to make some deposits. And if we ain't making no deposits and we only withdrawing, that thing gonna run a negative, man. And what you do when it run a negative, man, it's pressure. How do we change that condition? We got so many issues. We got to start tackling them issue by issue. And we got people that's smart enough to tackle different issues, and we need to be putting them in position to do it for our people, dog. This is just a Allah says, save yourself, save your family, save your community, man. If I don't instill in anybody or just myself, man, that's the key to this, man. We gotta we gotta save ourselves, save our family, save our community, man. It's imperative, man, or the future will suffer. And you know, this quarantine thing and this COVID-19, it should have been something that would have been a benefit if you wouldn't have judged it. Because we can be doing some great things in this time that we ain't had this kind of time to be able to put things in order to change our conditions, man. Not looking for a job, not looking for somebody else to feed me, but ways to feed. Instead of always want to be the borrower and the renter, learning how to become the owner and the lender. The position is different, man. But if we could do it for ourselves, we can help each other better. So we got to put each other in position where we can help each other better, man. So we can do better. Economics is what changed the conditions, man. We too smart, man. We just not knowing how to utilize what we got, man. We got to create that circle of wealth where we putting people and businesses in position where we can change our conditions, not just our own, our families, our communities, the generations that come after us. This is what's necessary. The intention has to be sincere, though. We got to be really doing it with the intention to save myself, save my family, save my community. From the fire, like it's got to be an intention. Can't be out here playing. When you playing, man, you bring your play into something that's great. Therefore, you becoming a liability. And we can't afford liabilities, man. They're going to sink the ship, dog. So we got to cut them where we got to cut them and keep going. It's not a love loss. It's something that's saying this might not be your turn for this part, man. We can't force someone to play their position. If it's not for them, we got to continue to keep moving. But we got to come together collectively, man, because we are weak. I say we, I say me, because I'm weak if I don't got you. And you ain't got me. We're weak, man. And only a fool thinks he's strong by himself. Only a fool thinks he's strong by himself, man. That's an arrogance that mankind picked up. That wasn't how Allah created us to be. That was a characteristic of the shaitan, thinking he was self-sufficient, worthy of everything, and was better than everyone. That's an evil characteristic. And that's a characteristic that I don't really want to harness within inside of me. I don't want to harness that evil because it's there. It's in all of us. No one's perfect, man. Nobody can run around here with a clean slate, man. Everybody got heart. Everybody got a story to tell. But being honest with yourself, man, you know who you are. You know what you do. You know your intention, man. If you can't embrace that, then you need to just check it, man. Take it back to the drawing board and figure it out. But don't move as if you got it and you know you don't, man. Quit playing. You wasting time trying to act like you got it and you don't. You either pray or you become prey, man. Then something's going to misuse you. Your gifts are going to be misused by someone who don't even care about you. We either pray or we become prey, man. It's metaphorical, man. This is something we got to do in our heart, though. It's the heart. It's the conditions of the heart, man. I ain't going to get past that because we ain't past that yet, man. The heart is hard. And we got to be honest, man. We got to work on cleansing the heart, man, because it's corrupted. And some of the things we don't really know how to change it because it's been corrupted for so long. Wasn't taught no good. Or at least it wasn't attracted to the good that it might have been taught. It wasn't attractive enough. So it ain't stick. So we gravitate to what's attractive. It's a characteristic of the black man. So we attribute attractiveness to success. The flyer you look, the more successful you are. And that's the furthest from the truth. These are the illusions that we got to get away from. The idolatry, idol worshiping of self, thinking you something that you ain't. That's idolatry. Putting yourself above the creator, that's idolatry. You become an idol of your own self, man. May Allah save us from being our own self-destruction, man. May He help us get it better, correct ourselves, become stronger, become more astute, you feel me? More consciously aware, more political, more economical. Our strength in numbers, heavy. All my guys from the block, my guys coming home from the pen, all of us tightening the ranks, the mu'min, strength, organization, structure, majalises, amirs, people in positions running the communities. Structure though. Order. Law. Quran, Sunnah. We're not establishing these within inside of the inner cities of America, man. We are hurting our own self, man. Because those are the worst impoverished is us. So if there's no hope, Allah gives hope, man. Allah gives hope. It's not mankind. Mankind is a vessel to remind others of Allah. Not to remind you of me, but to remind you of who sent me, who's my creator, who's my maker, who's my sustainer, who instills this in me. That's the reminder. It ain't about me. It ain't about man. Man, fallible. Man made mistake. You follow me, you might go over a cliff because I might fall and death come. So it ain't me. It's the one that created you and me. Follow that. And quit playing with yourself like you know, because you don't. You don't know what He don't allow you to know. You know just enough as He give you. And you ain't went beyond that until He give you more. So the arrogance must be real. The arrogance got to be serious. It's a mean one. Mean one. This is the sincere one. This is a factual thing. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our intentions, man, because man will be judged by his intentions, man. I might not got the money, but I got the wealth. And that's worth more than any money can afford. I'm not measured by currency, USD. Not measured by your forms of currency, your idol, your dollar, that we worship. I'm not measured by that. That don't measure me. That ain't that ain't the level skills that I'm playing from. I elevated beyond that arena. So I'm trying to get us to change our conditions and be all right with changing the conditions, man. But the reminder benefits the believer. And if the believer isn't reminding the believer, then shame on the believer. You running around with your man and he doing wrong and you ain't pulling the coattail like you love him. Shame on you, man, because you riding a wave. That's lame, dog. That ain't your man. Don't tell me you love him if you ain't helping him. You against him. You become an opponent. And you right there next to him because you ain't telling him what he needs to, what you feel in your heart. You holding it. We got to change the conditions of the heart, man. The heart is hard, man. It's dark, man. And we ain't identifying it. We acting like it don't exist. We moving around like it ain't there. That's arrogant. You better take responsibility, man. You better look at your creator like Allah. What is you telling me? What do I need to do? What am I doing wrong? Who is you asking, man? Where are you getting your information from? Where is your guide coming from, man? Because I know if I didn't have Allah, man, I don't know how I would be, what I would be doing if I would be here, man. Death probably would have been took my soul. It's only by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I'm still here, man. I'm grateful for that, so I changed my conditions, man. As if I was grateful and not taking it for granted, man. I lost a lot of loved ones in this life, man. And I'm still creating loved ones in my life, man. I'm still having babies. By Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's will, not my will. So who am I to judge any man, any human being that I ain't create? Who am I? I don't know what his purpose is. I'm still learning what my purpose is. Work on changing our conditions, man. It's the heart, man. And the longest we identify the cleansing of the heart, that we got to clean it and not acting like it's already cleansed and you holier than now. Like Allah don't see all, like you hiding from mankind when your creator sees everything. Who is it that we worship, man? Who is your God, man? Who is your Lord? Who gives you breath at night? Wakes you up in the morning? He gives you the ability to move. Gives your heart blood to pump. That's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, man. It's not man. Man ain't in control of that. Man ain't in control of when you die. We give man too much credit. That's why we run around in fear, because we fear man. Allah created man with intellect. Some that he give and some that he don't give it to. But those that he give it to, we got to utilize it to benefit us and our families and our communities, man. It ain't meant to be utilized for them and theirs, and we just work for them forever. Man, Allah said, I created you in nations and tribes so that you know one another and not despise one another. And the best of you are those that are most righteous and pious. That's the believer, man. But we got to get to our tribe. We got to build the tribe, man. Because we the lost ones, dog. We the ones that don't know where we belong to. So we got to establish. So that's what the foundation of Generation Wealthy is built upon, establishing. I'm not saying we the only one, but this is we starting our tribe, man. Memberships available, man. Let's build the tribe, man. This is our life, dog. Our work matter, man. It's La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Is the foundation of everything. But Allah sent Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam to mankind. He sent him to all of humanity. He didn't negate nobody. He wanted everybody to become believers. He wanted everybody to have his deen. So that's what I want, man. So I ain't running around with no arrogance, no cocky, I'm better than, no, man, I ain't better. I'm probably worse, man. Pray for me too. I'm trying to pray for you, pray for me too, man. Because I got error, like I'm a human being, man. I'm fallible, man. I'm going to make mistakes and I ain't moving like I ain't. But I'm honest with myself to say, Allah, forgive me for what my shortcoming is. Strengthen me where I'm weak. Protect me and my family. I know I got to call on my Lord. I ain't acting like this man that I'm calling on. I'm calling on the one that created me. That's who I call upon. So when our conditions change, that's who I give my praise and my worthiness to. It ain't me. It's going to be Allah that's going to change our conditions. What he said, he will not change the conditions of a people until they change what's within themselves, man. So that's what I'm saying. It's a heart checker. We got to check the heart, because the heart is what misleads the mind and makes bad choices is the heart. So that has to be cleansed and purified by something that's greater than it. It has to have reverence for something greater than itself. And the only thing greater than itself is a law. I don't know nothing greater. I don't know nothing greater. But the law has given us the ability to correct our error before death comes. They say the reminder benefits the believer. So as the reminders come, don't take them lightly. Don't act like it ain't for you. If you hear it, it's for you. Can't run away from the truth. You don't need no support. You know who you are. You know what you got to do. You know if you're a believer or not. You know what you've been doing and what you ain't been doing. You know what you need to be doing and what you should be doing. You know your responsibility as a man. It's up to you to take that. You can run from it, dodge it, act like it ain't there, but it's you. That's more heavy. That's more weight than actually doing it. So let's learn how to do it and be all right with doing it. One thing COVID-19 should have taught us is, man, we got to learn how to get self-sufficient. Because if we hustling out of somebody else's bag when they bag closed, man, we ain't going to know how to feed the family. So we got to learn how to take those gifts that you got working for those companies and bring them back home. It's time. It's time to bring those gifts back home and us create that particular realm of structure for our tribe to make other people buy into our tribe as we buy into their tribes and their business structures and their infrastructures. We share wealth with them, but they don't circulate and share that wealth in return because we don't got nowhere for them to share that. We got to change that. That ain't nobody's fault but ours. Everybody has a responsibility to take part in. And man got to be all right with taking responsibility in this position. Because the law wouldn't have gave it to you if he didn't feel that you could fulfill it. So you should be really, really grateful that the law even chose you to run rock and roll with something that's going to change conditions forever. I'm looking for generation wealthy, unity and faith to change conditions forever, man. Ever, man. This is a Mansa Musa thing, man. I want to build these things in every city in America to create a better way of life for us and ours in our tribes, man. Not being biased, not being a nationalist, but understanding creation. And every other thing in creation has a tribe. It has a root that is connected to. The only thing in creation that doesn't have that is the African American in America. We've been robbed of that. We've been stripped of that. We don't know what that looks like. So sometimes we can envy that. And when we envy it, it's only because we want it too. So we don't even really know it's envy. We just attracted to it. So we want it. So we think in order for us to get it, you can't have it. So those mentalities got to change. But we can do it though. I believe in this. We got to get active though. Can't keep talking about it. Those that want to do it, those that want to get down to it and real serious about it, tap in, man. Generation Wealthy, Unity and Faith, man. GenerationWealthy.us, man. Be a part of what we talking about, man. Circular economics, man. changing our conditions economically, our spirit, our minds, our families, our communities. There's no limit. It's a whole organic approach from the inside out instead of from the outside in. It's the heart of it, man. We in it. We in the midst of it. Like in the belly of it. We like Jonah. I'm gonna get the lessons though, because I'm still gonna get a game to the Ninevites. I ain't gonna forget about you. I'm gonna give you the game because I don't wanna be in the well. I don't wanna be there. I think the lesson was already there. So for me to make the mistake that he made would be, that's kind of foolish. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent examples for you to get the lesson so you don't make the mistake, so you can understand it and believe in it. Islam is beautiful, man. And I know we got a lot of people that don't really understand the importance of Islam but it's important in my life. It's my foundation. But in other people's lives that surround you, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen them so they can strengthen you and share their Islam with you, man. Instead of sharing the BS with us, share that what's the best for you. You say this is the best for you. I know people say what they be saying, like, don't put your religion on nobody. But I don't really look at it like it's religion. You know what I mean? I look at like we got a responsibility to convey a message that God is one and we shouldn't associate no partners with him, man. Feel me? And do good and forbid what's wrong. You know what I mean? Enjoying what is good and forbid what's evil. No good in man, our good nature. We should harness that. Alhamdulillah. I agree 100%. And we have to take that. We have to take that responsibility and execute our gifts in order to fulfill those needs that need to be fulfilled within our communities, man. Instead of looking for them, we got to create them. And we got the knowledge and information to create them. We just been creating them for other people. And that's where our school and our lessons come from. So it's not saying nothing's wrong with us. We have to start utilizing those gifts within our own circles of wealth and create wealth, man, and create business and create commerce, man. Create economic sustainability, man. Got to be about saving ourselves, our family, our community, man. We got to have our own grocery store, our own everything, man. Like everything, man, from food, clothing, shelter, transportation, and our own finances, man. That's the community. And if we ain't running that, we're not over that as the owners of this. We still perpetuating the same cycle. Because who's gonna know? We have a hard time for any other person of status to open the doors for us. It's hard. It don't really happen often. So we got to go that much harder to show our value. But if we had those same drive and aspiration within inside our own circles of wealth, we wouldn't have to go looking for acceptance for the opponent, to be honest. I don't want to go looking for the acceptance of them. I want to create our systems of wealth based upon the gifts that the law has given us. Because some of us already got the wealth. It's just about maximizing the wealth and putting it in different positions where it can benefit not just the one who has it, but those that he's extended to. It's about learning how to manage money and budget and invest and learn how to take the game to the next level, man, because it's about ownership. It's not really about us being dependent, because we've been dependents. And we got to work on changing that condition, because only us can change that by identifying that it needs to be changed. But we got to position ourselves, and we got to utilize the people that's in position and bring them, it got to be a circular thing. Everyone has a responsibility to take. No one's exempt from their responsibility, but we got to start holding people accountable for what they say they're doing. and quit letting jokers getting away with saying something that they ain't really standing on. Like you say you this and you say you on that, but stand on it, man. Quit lying. Because you become a liar when you don't really stand on what you say you do or what you believe, man. You know what I mean? And ain't nothing worse than a liar and a thief. So if you're stealing and lying, you're the worst of mankind. May Allah forgive you and strengthen you up, man. But if you're doing those things, you're the worst of mankind in the law's eyes. It's the worst. A liar and a thief, consequences are heavy. Islamically. But as we live around in this dunya, we can't execute the way to establish order. Because without no law, there is no order. So you gotta have law, but what law are we supposed to abide by other than the law's law? Man doing what he wanna do, not abiding by a law's law. And he wants to say that he's on the law's law. May Allah help us, man. Change our conditions, our families, and our communities, man. Learn how to play the role that we were supposed to be playing to make sure we get where we're supposed to be getting and not asking nobody to give us what we feel that we're worth. Not asking nobody for what I feel like I'm worth. How could I ask you for what I feel like? Man, we gotta up our value. And this is what this showing me, man. We gotta up our value, focus on what's important, alleviate what's not, what don't benefit us, what don't get us to the next level, what don't hurt us. We gotta focus on what helps us. You know what I mean? We gotta start looking at the offense too, because the game is wide open, and if we play it properly, we can benefit from it. But man gotta have the heart to want to benefit. He gotta start cleansing his heart, man, where it's dirty at. Being honest with himself that the heart dirty. Let's work on cleansing the heart, man. You know what I mean? I want that to be like mandatory, man. Like I start identifying what keeps your heart dirty. And then figuring out and then coming back to the table, like how do I clean my heart? How do I cleanse my heart? It's been broken. I'm hurt. You know, you gotta be honest. You gotta say some things that you might not never wanted to say, to be honest. You gotta get down to the truth of why you act out, really. Because most people act out because of that hurt. We got to change that condition. May Allah have mercy on us, man, and strengthen us up, man. Trust in the Lord, tie your camel, man. We got it. Just got to do it. And once we do it, we'll feel better. We'll be like, okay, I knew it could be done. You know, I mean, all it takes is one success to make you feel like to make you successful. One success, man. Succeed at one thing, man, and make you successful. Can't never give up on succeeding, man. It's us or else, man. Tie your camel, man. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah.